How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an updated version of one that I posted a while back. This one was for updating videos to your social media. For that previous one kind of ran into a hiccup with Zapier in particular. Um, Once your free trial with Zapier ended, you were no longer able to have the multi-step Zaps. So today's video is a workaround on how to get around that. Unfortunately, there won't be a workaround for the 100 executions on Zapier per month. So if you're looking to post once a day, this would be ideal. It'll still work and fit within the free tier for Zapier. But if you're looking to post, let's say, 2 or more times a day, unfortunately, this won't work. And you might want to consider a paid service like Blotato or something like that, which integrates with n8n. But anyways, let's get to the video. I'll show you the updated version of how to automatically post videos to multiple social media accounts, staying in the free tier of the services that we'll be using today. So if this is something that you like to build, keep watching and I'll show you how to get this set up. Alright, we're going to start off by going to davtech.io/templates. This is where you're going to grab the n8n template for the n8n workflow. So just go to that site, scroll down, you're going to look for social media automation videos. Click on the view details and download button. Once that opens up, click on the green get template button. This will start the download for the JSON file. This is what you're going to be using to import into n8n. So once you have that here, this is what the workflow will look like. This template would also come with a setup guide. So this will just give you the addresses for Zapier and the other service going to be using, Buffer, just to get you set up and connected with all your accounts. Just a quick overview of how this workflow is going to be set up. It's executed by an on submission form where you enter in the Google Drive URL, title, and description. Then it goes into this Google Drive node, which is going to be moving the file into another folder. That's just for organization purposes, and also grabs the ID, which is going to be using this node right here, the edit fields node. It's going to convert the URL into one that Buffer can understand, and it's going to be using the ID. So that's also why we have that there. So these are the 3 fields we're going to be using, and those 3 items are going to be passed over to the Google Sheet node. Right here you can see it gets the URL, title, and description, and then this is the Google Sheet right here with 3 different columns. You can name your Google Sheet whatever you like, but just make sure these columns are listed and it's also specified in the node for your template. So in this video I have an example here that I'm going to be using. So I've posted this video before, but I'll just be posting it again just for testing purposes. I'm going to be grabbing the share link. And then once I have that share link, I'm going to be putting it in this form. This right here. That's where you're going to be putting the video URL, and then the title and description, whatever you like. I'm not going to execute this right now. I have to set up the Zapier stuff. But this file will be moved to the posted content folder. Again, you can name these whatever you like, but just make sure that you specify them in n8n. And then the rest is pretty straightforward. You don't need to change any of these. You can just leave that the same. It's all set up to be dynamic. And then the Google Sheet node is where the n8n side ends and the Zapier side begins. It's going to be the trigger. So all this information here is going to be sent over to Zapier. It's going to take that info, send it to Buffer, and Buffer is going to be posting to your social media. So Buffer is the other service we're going to be using. I'll show you how to get that set up next and get our social media accounts connected. So let's go ahead and get that set up now. Okay, so here we are in Buffer. You're going to go to publish.buffer.com. I'll also put a link in the description below so you have that as well. Right here I have TikTok and Instagram set up already, but you have a variety of options for different social media accounts. TikTok and Instagram is the only thing we're going to be using Buffer for today. But just to show you how to connect a social media account, I'll do it with X as an example. Because it's pretty much the same process for the other accounts. So when you click on one of the accounts, you just get taken to that sign-in page or authorize app. Once you're here, you'll be taken to the standard login page for whatever social media account you chose. So right here, you just sign in with the account that you want to connect with Buffer. Once you're logged in, you're going to have to authorize the app, and this will allow your social media account to connect with Buffer. It'll go through the connection process right here and then bring up your profile, and then just to confirm, once it's confirmed, it'll go ahead and connect your account with Buffer. So again, with TikTok and Instagram is the exact same process. Even though I just did it with X, I just did that just to show you how that works. So that's pretty much it for the Buffer side. It's nice and easy, but just keep in mind to keep yourself in the free tier. You can only keep 3 connections at a time. So no more than that, otherwise you're in the paid territory. And remember, for Instagram, your account has to be in the professional mode. So if it's a personal account, just switch it over to a business account, and then that will allow you to connect your Instagram account to Buffer. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So now we're going to move on to Zapier, and I'll show you how to get set up with the different Zaps and get that side working of this whole setup. So let's go ahead and go and do that now. Okay, so moving on to Zapier now. You're going to go to zapier.com, create an account with the email and password. I'll put the link in the description below as well. Once you've done that, go to Assets, and then you're going to want to go to Zaps. And then right here, I already have Zaps created. So the workaround for this was to create a separate Zap for each social media account. I'll show you quickly how these are set up right here, going into the Instagram one. So once I've opened this one up, from my last video, I put all the steps in one Zap. This one just has one step. So again, in the free tier, you're limited to one step. So if I go to the TikTok Zap as well, there's just one step there as well, from using that Google Sheets from where n8n ended as a trigger here. And then it's just connecting, or it's connecting to the Buffer step. So that's the difference between this video and the last video where we had just one Zap. This one's going to be using one Zap per social media account. So 3 total, one for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then that will allow you to keep yourself in the free tier, publish your Zaps so that it's all automated. And then just remember, you're sort of limited to just once per day, maybe a few more for testing. But what I'll be doing here is I'll be recreating the Instagram and the TikTok one. I'll be doing each social media account from scratch, just to show you how they're all built, because each one has their slight differences. So let's get started with that next. So to begin, you click on the create button right here. This is going to bring up sort of a boilerplate right here where you can click on trigger. So like I said, in Zapier, where n8n ends, this one begins. So that'll be the Google Sheets. So Google Sheets is going to be the trigger here. You're going to sign in with your Gmail account. I already have mine signed in, but it's just a standard Gmail, Google sign in. But for the trigger event here, we're going to select new or updated spreadsheet row. So it gets executed when a row is added. So once you've done that, your spreadsheet should show up here. I picked the one that I have already. The sheet, I kept the same default name. Trigger column the same. Click on continue. I'm going to click on test trigger, and since there's nothing in this spreadsheet right now, it's not going to come back with anything, so I'm going to skip that. All right, when you click on continue, it's going to move you on to step 2, and this is where we're going to select Buffer. So when you're using this for the first time and choosing Buffer, you're just going to want to sign into your Buffer account. That's also just a quick same email and password as you used in Buffer. So for here, we're going to go add to queue for the action event. And then I already have my Buffer account added here, so I don't need to do that, but just remember to sign in. So click on continue. This will take you to the other part. Organization is just going to be the default, my organization. Tag stays empty. For the channel, this is where we're going to pick which social media connection we made. So for this particular Zap, I'm just going to pick Instagram. You'll see the other ones show up there, but this one's going to be Instagram. All right. For the post type, make sure you don't skip this part. This is going to be reel. Don't leave it at post, otherwise it's gonna give you errors. For the text, you hit the plus sign and you're gonna have to choose which column you're gonna pick. So if we're going into the spreadsheet here, I'm gonna be using description, so that's column C. So in here, when I click the plus sign, I put column C, right there. Video, if you go to the sheet again, video is column A. So then you click the plus sign and select column A for the video URL. Scheduling type will be just direct scheduling. In this one, we're gonna select share now. Click continue, and we're just gonna skip the test since I'm gonna be testing all of them all at once, not one by one. I'll be doing it at the end, and that's pretty much it. So once this is set up, then you can click on publish, and even if you're past the free trial, it'll allow you to publish since it's only one step. So we're gonna click on publish next here. And there you go. So we already got the Instagram Zap all set up. So let's go back. Going back into our Zaps, there's our new one that we just created. And then next, we're gonna set up the next one, which is gonna be TikTok. So click on create again, and we're gonna be starting from scratch. Trigger one more time is just gonna be the Google Sheets. The nice thing about this is that each Zap is gonna have the exact same setup for the Google Sheets. So they're all gonna be the same, nothing different. So I'm just gonna go through this quickly here, grab my sheets. Right there, continue. And then one more time. It's gonna come up with nothing when I do test trigger because there's nothing in it, which is fine. We'll just leave it like that for now. Clicking on continue. Now we're gonna select a buffer one more time. Your account should be added already from the first time you had it. So this is also going to be add to queue as well. Click on continue. Right here, organization is going to stay the same. Channel, this time we're choosing TikTok. For text, I'm going to use the same column. I'm going to go with description, which is column C. So one more time, I'm going to pick column C for the text. Just like that. Okay. All right, media, similar to the Instagram one, just make sure you're specifying video. So you're gonna select that here in this drop down. It's gonna bring up this box, plus sign, just like the last one, column A for video. Scheduling type will stay the same. This one will also be share now for a method. Click continue. And we're also gonna skip the test for this one right here, since I'm gonna be testing all of them all at once at the very end. So click on publish for this as well. Once it's all set up, it'll do its publishing process. And there we go. TikTok is out of the way. So going back to Zaps, I'm just going to rename this one here, just so I know which one is which. Save. There we go. Okay, we got one more Zap to make. This is going to be for YouTube. So click create one more time. This is going to be a new Zap again. And the trigger is going to be the exact same process. So I'm just going to just go through this one super quick. Google Sheets one more time. Same trigger. The account should automatically be there already. We're going to just select the same information here for the document. All right, when we hit continue this time, the second step is going to be YouTube, not buffer. So once you're here, you're just going to sign in with your YouTube account. And then we're going to select upload video. I'm already signed in, but make sure you sign in when you're doing this for the first time. Click on continue. And then this one is going to have an extra step. This one's going to have a title. So we're just going to select column B here for a title. And then description, we're just going to use description, which was column C. Video, also column A, just like the other ones. And then the rest is going to be pretty much default. You don't need to do anything here, except for the privacy we're going to set up to public. So that way everyone sees your video, which is pretty important. Everything else here is all staying the same. All right, so once all these are all set, you can then click on continue. Go ahead and click continue. And we're also going to skip the test for this one here. Click on publish. And there we go. The YouTube Zap is all set up, ready to go. Let's go back to our Zaps. All right, perfect. So we have our 3 new Zaps. This is what we're going to be testing. I'm going to rename this one as well, just to differentiate. So these ones that I already made, I'm just going to delete them, get them out of the way, just to avoid confusion and potential issues. So I'm going to get rid of those. I'm just going to keep the new ones that we just created right now. So that's all set up. We're going to be testing this now. I'll show you how this whole thing operates using the form. All right, so before we go testing, I'll just show you how I have this set up. In the upcoming content folder, I have this video right here that I'm going to be using. And then this Google Sheet should be populated and it'll trigger the Zaps that I have. So I have the 3 different Zaps in these tabs right here. We're going to be monitoring them, making sure that they all work properly. And we're going to be checking the history here in the Zap runs on the left-hand side. And then I have my social media accounts open here. TikTok, I got my Instagram account, and then I also have my YouTube shorts section right here open. All right, and so I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna grab the URL by copy link right here. And then I'm gonna execute this workflow. So when you do that, it'll bring up the n8n form. So I'm gonna paste the URL there. I'm just going to put a title, so this is going to be a test. This is a test for the description, just something for testing. When you click on submit, that executes the n8n side, and boom, there we go. So the sheet should be updated. There it is. So that's the information right here that I just put in, the test data that I put in there. So now this should execute these 3 Zaps at the same time because they're all using the same Google Sheet. So it'll take a few minutes here. You might have to wait 2 to 5 minutes, but we're just going to be checking it here. Click on refresh every now and then it should show success. So sometimes it takes a while. All right, there we go. Successful. That's what we want to see. So that's for this Zap right here. We're going to check the next one here. The YouTube one looks successful, and finally the TikTok one successful right there. Awesome. Let's refresh my social media page here, and this is TikTok. Looks like it's there. Let's open it up, and this is a test. Perfect. That's what we want to see. There's a video that I chose, which I've already posted before, but that's okay. We're just testing here. So we're going to go ahead and close this right here. Let's go and refresh Instagram as well. When you do that, you should see it right here. This is a test. Perfect. Close that. Go into YouTube. Refresh. There we go. And it has a title this time. This is going to be a test. Open the video. Description. This is a test. Excellent. All right, and posted content, looks like the video got moved there as well, so that's working too. which is nice to see. I also have this workflow here, which works with Zapier as well. As a matter of fact, it's going to work with the same Zaps that we just created. And the reason why that'll work is because we're sending all the same information into the same Google Sheet. So what this is instead of you creating the data, this workflow creates the data for you, and it still updates the same Google Sheet right here. And because it's ending in the same sheet, the same Zaps will be executed. And then the difference between this one is that it's going to be using an AI agent to be creating the content for you using Sora 2 with wave speed. I'll put a link in the description on how to set this workflow up. I went through the whole process of setting this up, and again ending up with using Zapier here as well. And then this template is also on the same templates page. That video will show you where to download it as well, but you should be able to find it there too. So that's it for me for today. This is the workaround and updated version of how to automate posting videos to your social media accounts using n8n, Buffer, and Zapier. So as long as you're maintaining within the 100 executions a month, remember each Zap counts as one execution. You should be fine for Zapier. For Buffer, you just have to make sure you don't exceed 3 connections. And then n8n, that'll start the whole process. Hopefully you found this useful. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. Feel free to leave a comment below if you get stuck or have any questions. I'll try to help as best as I can. But until then, happy automating, and I'll catch you in the next one.